What we're going to look at now is a demand schedule and a demand curve. Going back to the definition of demand is our willingness and ability to purchase goods and services at all the specific prices and quantities for a specific period of time. So we are looking here at our demand for apples, let's say for a month. So the demand is the whole entire chart, and then we take that information from the chart there on the left and plot it and create the line there. So what we call this chart with a list of all the prices and quantities is a demand schedule. So the schedule there on the left-hand side is a list of all the prices and quantities that we are willing and able to purchase of apples for this month. And then there on the right-hand side, we're going to take those individual numbers. So price is always going to be plotted going up and down. Quantity is always going to be plotted along the bottom. Let's assume that this is 5 cents here. We're going to take the price of 5 cents, and this is going to be 30. We're going to plot a point right there. 10 cents, and plot a point at 25. 15 cents, and then between those two numbers is going to be 22. Then at 20 cents, we're going to come over and plot 18. Then at 25, we're going to plot 15, all the way up till we get to 40 cents, and we're going to plot 5. So this is the schedule. It is a list of all the price and quantity that you are willing and able to purchase of apples for this month. So we take the information from the schedule, plot each, go back. Sorry about that. Plot each individual point, and then we connect the dots, and that gives us our supply curve. So what the supply curve is, a graphic illustration of the supply schedule. So as we look at these numbers, we can see that there's a relationship that exists between price and quantity, and that relationship is called an inverse or an opposite relationship, because we can see as our prices go up, our quantity goes down. And so then we plot that curve, and we can see that the slope of the curve starts at these higher prices at a lower quantity, and as the prices start to come down, we start to move away from zero, and our quantities get bigger, so that we have a downward sloping demand curve because of this law of demand. And so that is why the curve slopes downward, is because of the law of demand. And when we increase prices, quantity comes down. When we decrease prices, quantities go up. What you're going to see, and this is going to be the thing that trips people up, since the schedule is your demand and the whole entire curve is your demand, and the individual points are your quantity demanded, when you change the price, all you do is move up and down this same curve. So a change in price, and this is very, very important, a change in price changes quantity demanded. It does not change demand. So in order for your demand to change, we have to come up with a whole new list of quantities, and we will create a whole entire new curve, which is for a later date. Right now, all I need you to understand is that when we change the price, it changes your quantity demanded, these individual points. It does not change your demand. Something else has to happen for your whole entire demand to change. And so a change in price is illustrated by movement up and down the same curve. It is not a new curve, it is movement up and down the same curve. And I want to say this one more time because this is extremely important. This is your demand. This is your demand. One price and quantity is quantity demanded. It's 1 point on this curve. If all we're doing is changing the price, we're moving up and down the same curve based on, is it 5 cents and I want 30, or now when the price is 10, my quantity is 25. So that's just moving up and down the same curve because of a change in price, change in quantity demanded, not a change in demand.